Yorana, and hello and welcome to an incredible day. To wrap it all up right now on the Corona Cero post show on Monday that we will never forget, August 10, 2026, one of the best round twos we've had in history. Some giant numbers, even perfect tens, and the ocean is just loving life right now, hooking us up. Everyone's happy out there in the channel. Judges are climbing down from the tower. All smiles, and what a showcase of professional surfing to kick off the halfway mark of the season on the World Surf League Championship Tour. Thanks for being with us. Joe Turpel, Flick Palmatier, and Jesse Mendez wrapping things up with a big bow today, Flick, on what you saw, what you got to witness. How are you going to put that one out there?
History today was made for sure. What we witnessed was incredible. It was the best day of pro surfing this year so far.
Well done. Jesse Mendez on your end, watching these guys go for battle, big wipeouts, and has the game significantly changed as far as the evolution of how people are approaching this wave?
I mean, the guy that's evolving the most is Kelly, once again. How's that evolution when you're 54? But I agree with Flick, like this is the best, my favorite day so far of the year. And we woke up this morning thinking it was just a bit too unruly. I've talked with some surfers, they're like, oh my gosh, why are we running this? And all of a sudden things turn on, and every hour of the days kept getting better and better, get cleaner, the wind swinging a little bit to the east, making things very nice, and yeah, it was a beautiful day. An
epic day. Remember the bottom half of the draw in round two was just filled with past champions, Miguel Pupo being one of them. Pupo took the last heat win. He's on the boat with Chris Cote.
Thanks, team. Yes, I'm here with current world number 5, Miguel Pupo. Congratulations, another heat win. You had to do it against your bro, Mateus, but and you had to wait a long time. What was the day like for you?
It was a pretty long day, actually a pretty long week. You know, it's been raining a lot, but yeah, just happy to kick off with a win and to be in the next round, and hopefully the next few days we'll see Teahupo'o come to life.
Yeah. I know how much you love this wave. What is it feeling when you're paddling for it, not knowing exactly what's going to happen? What goes through your mind?
Actually, I've been talking to Adriana a lot, you know, to calm myself down. I'm a pretty calm guy, but on the inside, I get fired up to see those waves, and I'll just like calm down, like compete each wave, you know. But after watching Griff get all those waves, I was super excited, but the ocean kind of died on us, but happy to be in the next round.
Now, I know this is a very special place for you with huge moments out here. Do you tap into some of those memories and bring them out into the water with you?
You definitely do, but I'm always just happy to come back, you know, more than just the win. Just to be back here again, have the opportunity to surf those waves, to eat poisson cru, to hang with my friends. So it's all about the win, but for me, it's all about coming back and see everyone for sure.
One of the most stylish surfers on the planet right here, Miguel Pupo. Congratulations.
Easy call, Miguel Pupo's best year to date. We're only at the halfway mark, winning bells this year, looking more comfortable than ever. And when big names are falling above him on the rankings, he's already world number 5. Yago Dora's out, Gabriel Medina's out, Leonardo Fioravanti's out. Huge opportunity for a past champion out here to really make up some ground on those guys.
Oh, there's massive opportunity, but you know, I just started looking to the next round and all those different matchups, and he's drawn Griff, right? And so that's going to be absolute fireworks going down, and you just look at the forecast, it's sort of like this perfect storm really to push best performance, and I can't wait to watch it go down.
Looking forward to seeing more matchups and more from the GOAT. I mean, everyone let him take a bow, hands together for the greatest of all time. He put on an absolute show today in a heavyweight match with 3-time world champ Gabriel Medina, who's had his number 8-2 all-time before this matchup in Gabe's favor. It was almost leaning towards that narrative when things kicked off.
Totally, and it's the crazy thing about Kelly had some psycho wipeouts, and it wears off so much on you, but he somehow managed to get all that energy that he wasted on those wipeouts and turn into some good mojo for him, getting the 9.73, backing it up with another 9, and just kind of put Gabriel into a freeze mode right there, almost spoke in the nose, heaviest takeoff we've seen it so far in this event. and he's doing all of that with 54 years old. It's just so impressive and inspiring.
And maybe he was that spooky calm, as Ross Williams put it in round one, but he brought a little bit more edge and a little bit more rawness to this approach against Medina today.
I feel like once he locked in that first score, there was sort of no turning back. He'd connected to this sort of flow state where he went to untouchable. And of course, we were going to see Gabe fire back because that's just what they do. They inspire better performances out of each other. But I feel like you could see it in Kelly's eyes. You could see it when he was paddling past Strider with those water shots. It is just like he had gone to this next level, and it was untouchable.
Kelly Slater gives Medina one of his worst losses in his career here at Chopes. But look at that, 16 plus total in the loss and comboed. Rare sight to see. Both guys ripping, more polished and just more sharp with just picking waves that he could make, compared to Slater, who was basically surfing for tens, and well, he almost got one. I think one thing that also helped Kelly in that one was his control of priority in that heat. He was able to hold priority for 56% of the time compared to 43 for Gabriel Medina. So then you're looking at Kelly controlling things. Once he started making his waves after the wipeouts, he was able to keep Gabe off the waves that he was hoping to take off on.
Yeah, and like the cool thing about it, that both surfers have similar strategy as far as like being under without priority and applying pressure to the opponent. And he did that to Gabriel, and he mentioned like he kind of tried off his own poison. You know, I gave him the Medina that he usually gives it to other people. So he got that set in 973 underneath that big West Bow wave. It's just those guys are next level here, and we didn't expect anything less than them for them than that.
So Gabe Medina out with his toughest loss of the season as well. Kelly moves on to take on Jack Robinson. Another magic moment that we saw today. It's rare when you see a perfect 10, and this is one of the most incredible waves I think we've seen ridden at Teahupo'o, because it also had a foam ball slide, which was almost impossible. Griffin taking on a real YETI today.
Yeah, this was a crazy heat because Rio stood up. He had this excellent wave straight off the bat. He got an 8, but it got overshadowed by this incredible moment from Griff. The 10. I mean, this isn't the first time he's disappeared on the foam ball, slid on it, and re-emerged. He did this over at the box in Margaret River last year. He's becoming quite the magician. He's so good at the disappearing act and then coming flying out of the tube again. The control that he has is incredible. You know, I talked about Kelly going to this sort of, you know, untouchable level, but Griff just was absolutely bending water out there. It was incredible.
I mean, to do a tail slide, his tail was facing the tower. And for him to stay calm and just go off feel and right away, there's just a few guys that can do stuff like that.
Definitely, and you just gotta wait for the rail to embrace again. There's nothing really you can do. You just kind of stay still and hope for the best that the rail's gonna engage and the fin's gonna track again and you're gonna come out. So props to him to believing in himself.
As we look at the official results, 19.6 combined total, the best combined total of the season, the best heat of Griffin Colapinto's career, and his fourth 10-point ride. I think that's my favorite version of it. I mean, he had the Margaret River full rope. There's been some others, the Kira, Chambers, but that was sensational. As we go to CT by the numbers and we think of our best heats we've had this season, well, we saw 5 of them reach the top 10 today. Colapinto's 19.6 edged out Slater's 19.06 we saw a couple heats before.
It's so cool that Slater's name's in there. I mean, not even full-time on the championship tour, just coming in as a wild card. I'm like, yeah, I'll take that number 2 spot as the best heats of 2026. Thanks for coming. I mean, and we've still got so much event left to give too, so who knows what's left in store for the rest of this event, because we've got plenty of swell on tap and potentially better wins too, so potentially better heats. I don't know. Maybe.
You never know. Yeah, you never want to peak too early, right? But yeah, today was one for the books for sure. And just to see Kelly on the top of the charts in a different position, where his whole career he's used to being in the title race, taking on wild cards. Now he's in that position, and he had a couple of tries at it in the last couple of years. You know, at Pipe and Cloud Break, kind of chasing the feeling that I think we're seeing now, where there's the animal in him. He's more prepared than ever. And after those wipeouts he had in his heat today, he was going up to Strider and he said he looked like a demon. He looks possessed right now. That type of form where he's chasing a feeling that he's missed for a long time.
I mean, and I think what helps him so much to get fired up is the conditions. And with the forecast coming up, as much as it's very challenging, it's what he likes, like those big tready barrels. It's what makes him wake up every day and get froth to put in a jersey. So he has exactly what he wants in front of him, and we'll see what's going to happen.
Big heat also for world number 1 went down today. Leonardo Fioravanti taking on one of his best friends, Ramzi Boukhiam, the Moroccan, who's had some success out here as well, being a past semi-finalist. Both these guys, best of friends, but it was an all-out war, especially at the start for priority. They actually got a fresh clock because they're pushing each other so deep, Flick.
Oh, yeah, this was pretty crazy to watch. And, you know, I feel like because they are such good mates, that's why the intensity was there, because they're like, we can push each other. We know each other. We know what ticks each other off. And, Jesse, you mentioned it. They're two totally different competitors, the way that they structure their heats, too, and the things that they get off on. So I feel like it was just cool to watch this go down because they gave it to each other pretty hard. I mean, and then obviously Ramsey came out with the win with this incredible tube.
I mean, this is one of the best take-off we've ever seen out here at Teahupo'o. One of the biggest waves ever ridden in a jersey, and just to manage, like you could see the board didn't want to fit how steep the wave was, and he was giving up, but he somehow held on to his toes and made it happen. That was impressive.
Pure adrenaline ride for Ramsey, taking out Leo. They shook hands, and Fioravanti said, I wish you all the best for the rest of this contest. Back to brotherhood, and Ramsey really appreciated that one because he's way back down the rankings. It's been a tough comeback for the tour for Boukhiam, so he's a guy that really, really needs this result to really come his way, make the final series and beyond to make sure he requalifies in the top 22. But what a shakeup to the live rankings. It was a short-lived moment for Leo putting on the yellow jersey. He's already got to pass it on to Italo for the moment. We'll keep you posted on those rankings.
You feel for him for sure because he only had the one heat with it. But, I mean, look, it's massive implications. You've got Leo out, you've got Yago out, you've got Gabby out. And then room to move for Miggy. Ethan's still in the draw. I mean, George Pitar, Liam O'Brien, who we know has been absolutely charging to all week and probably rubbing his hands together for the rest of this forecast. So I think, yeah, a lot of room to move. Even people outside of that top 10 too. You know, you think about Jack Robbo, he's outside of that top 10. You've got Griffin Colapinto outside of that top 10. So big chances for change.
Yeah, pretty exciting for the title race, and see who's going to fill those holes in the top 5. And now we've got to think about the Mophie Charger contender. A lot of options to go with this one today, but when you have a 10 as radical as this, you got to throw Griffin Colapinto in there. He got some tips from Kelly, and he said it paid off. Rolled right into this thing.
Oh, that's funny that he said, because he also got that wave under priority, and he was wider and underneath
Rio.
So sorry for that, but yeah, like that's crazy that he kind of absorbed all that information and did exactly the same thing that Kelly did to Gabriel.
Yeah. Pretty cool. He just put the GOAT's advice right into motion, fresh out of the water. He's like, Kelly, some tips. Applied it underneath prio. Foam ball ride, tail towards the tower. Who does that? Griffin Colapinto does.
So cool. So cool.
You could tell he was just so spiritual after that moment. He sat with Strider. There's still a minute change on the clock. And he wasn't totally losing it. He was really deep inside of him, knowing how rad that was in his career, something he said he'll always reflect on forever. But you could tell he was just harnessing the energy, being present with knowing that doesn't happen every day. It all came together, and hats off to Griff, man, putting on a show like that.
Yeah, it was cool because I also feel like it was a long time coming for him to have a heat like that out here. He's had moments, but I feel like everyone else has sort of had these moments. Last year had an epic free surf, but then, you know, yeah, he kept runner-up. Obviously he had incredible moments, but he said in his post, I've been waiting for this moment, you know, to feel this energy, to really channel it, and it happened today.
Set up for some crazy round 3 matchups, you guys. I mean, where do we go from here? Remember, there's still Cowley Voss that's just looming at the top side of the draw with Al Cleveland Jr. That is a crazy looking heat. Al's a tube specialist. Callie's the local hero. What's popping out for you, Jesse?
You can't go past Kelly and Jack, right? Like, those are the most chew-informed surfers. Not the chew most, but right there together with Griffin Colapinto, and that previously have done so well here. You get Griffin and Miguel, which is going to be a great match as well. Seth and Barrow could be psycho. There's so many.
Yeah, pretty wild to look at. Seth and Barron, just two basically brothers, you know, from the island of Oahu, and they're both unbelievable in the barrel here at Chopes. Bobby, who's moved into the top 10 as well, just quietly, has had several matchups with Ethan Ewing this season.
Yeah, that's going to be a really cool matchup. Obviously, friendly fire there for Australia, but Oh my goodness, I can't stop looking at Heat 2. Seth and Barron, I mean, I think to their performances yesterday when it was like otherworldly out there, and just how well they both pushed themselves and how well they know each other too. That's going to be so good.
Joao Chianca and Ramzi Boukhiam, that looks familiar on paper. They actually had a big battle in the Olympic Games when it was big and west and bombing. It was unbelievable. They'll get to do that again, this time as early as round 3. And for Joao Chianca, he's kind of been a lower seed the last couple of years. He wants to return to that top 5 type reputation that he had a couple of years back, Jesse.
Yeah, this is a great opportunity for him. He has a great draw in front of him. Like a bunch of the big names that are very good in these conditions are a bit far away, so it's a good chance. Obviously, Ramsey's psycho out here. Yeah, I'm excited to watch.
And for Kelly and Jack, you know, that is another final type feeling, you know, for these guys. He just got past Medina, you know, so I mean, when you're a wild card, you're a low seed. Kelly's probably getting all the favorite heats he'd hoped for really early, Flick.
It's so cool to see this play out. I think I've heard Jack talk about this before. Anytime you get Kelly in a heat, I think Jack and Kelly have drawn each other at Mainbreak, Margaret River, and probably maybe even at the box. I can't remember. But I know that Jack talks about it in a way like, how often does this ever happen and how many more times will it happen? So it'll be a really cool moment for him too. And to your point, Jesse, they really are the most 2 informed surfers, so it's going to be epic to watch.
Yeah, Surfline Forecast, our official forecaster of this event, has been giving us all the updates throughout the last few days. We've had some shorter days. Today was just incredible. Thank you, Charlotte Perry and the crew. It looks like tomorrow morning's looking promising.
Yeah, very similar size to what we had this afternoon, but the cool thing about it, we saw the wind mellow out and shift a little bit more to the east, so as we go into tomorrow, we're going to see less and less of that wind swell wrapping in, making things much cleaner and way more drainy. So we just got to hope that the swell doesn't lose its power, so it be in that in-between size, which I don't think it will. I think we're going to have amazing conditions for the next few days.
Oh yeah, I think the cool thing to note is really, obviously we're going to have no shortage of swell, and then it ever so slightly drops off, but the winds just get better and better. I think it's Wednesday and Thursday. Let's have a look at the next 4 days. Wednesday and Thursday for me, they really stick out. You got those beautiful offshore winds in the morning, obviously a little bit of cross onshore in the afternoon, but I mean, that swell is going nowhere. It's exactly what we want to see, and we've got still so much surfing to get into, especially the women's side of the draw, which we haven't even started yet. So lots to look forward to.
Yeah, if we could take advantage of the next few days, maybe we could be thinking about crowning champions as early as Thursday. Always got to wake up and check it and see how that unfolds. One of the greatest things that happens around these big championship tour events is WSL's Rising Tides program, where local surfers get to meet their heroes, go surf with them, hang out with them. Check this out.
It's kind of like a dangerous wave, but when you get barreled, it's like the best thing you could have in surfing.
We're at the 7th stop of the Rising Tide season here in Tahiti at one of the scariest waves on the planet. We have all the kids coming out. We're gonna do a boat tour today, have them go out in the lineup.
It's crazy just to see. They all charge so much. At one point I was one of these little girls, so it's really cool just to like be in the position to come here and inspire other little girls.
Every Rising Tides, I've been giving away one custom lost surfboard, and today we have our winner.
Went to Teahupo'o to see the waves and how is it and how the pro surfer surfs. And now we're surfing at the river mouth with all the groms.
The next generation is just so inspiring. It really does shape our why. It's just inspiring to see their fearlessness, and it allows me to do the same.
Rising Tide is incredible. All around the world, kids are reaching out. Can I come? Can I join? We've been getting hit up for almost a year for kids to get in. It's really cool for us to see what the next talent level looks like in Tahiti, and before you know it, they're going to be surfing chopes.
Rising Tide!
Big thanks to IC being the presenting sponsor, WSL Rising Tides, and also Kayla Durden and all the hard work with the top pros, really inspiring the next generation. Love that little Rivermouth wave. They're absolutely ripping that place apart. Fun to have a little high performance zone along with the scariest wave in the world, Flick.
That Rivermouth has looked really fun the last couple of days. I don't know if I want any business part of that out there, but the Rivermouth, though, that looks fun.
And especially when it's absolutely pumping. It's really fun to see people take out small boards, rinse the pressure off, do a few airs, go to the snack, get some Poisson Crew, and move on. Definitely loving our time in paradise, which leads us to the daily top 5 here on the Corona Cero post show. And coming up at number 5 on the list, this guy is famous for charging here at Chopes. Joao Chianca turned in a 9.5 today and let out a roar when he came out the other end.
I mean, it was incredible. It was all tube technique. He didn't get the waves that were as strody as the other surfers were getting that got those big scores, but he was just putting himself in such a deep position, slowing himself down. You can see putting all the weight forward, using that the outside of the leg to slow himself down and maximizing the tube time and the depth of it. So impressive surfing for João and expectable.
Always looking forward to that. Number 4 on the list. We get to know what Callum's made of in waves of consequence. Flick, how about this 9.57 against Robinson?
I am not surprised. This guy absolutely charges. He's been, one of the hardest chargers in all the free surfs. He's been out there on dark, basically, when he hasn't been able to even see what's happening out there. Just so unfortunate that he's matched up against Jack so early, because these guys were both looking so in form.
And then in the same heat, Jack Robinson had to answer back, turned in a 9.7 to start his rhythm.
Yeah, the ability of just being in the most critical part of the wave and putting yourself as deep as possible, treading the needle and going through the fumble, as you see right there, once and twice. It's just there's only a handful of guys that are capable of doing that and backing it up with another incredible ride. It was just amazing surfing from both of the surfers, but yeah, Jack taking a nod on that one.
Number 2 on the list, a 5-time Chopes champ, 11-time world champ, a masterclass performance today.
This was amazing. This wave for me, 1 judge to a 10. I agree with that 10. It was just like, it was unbelievable. For me, he just went to the next level. I was almost left for words just watching this. It is so awesome to see. I've said it so many times. How many more times are we going to watch Kelly do this? And it almost seems like he's going to keep on going. Like, when is the end? There is no limit with Kelly Slater, it feels. Like, it's amazing.
Bring 64.
Yeah.
He's going to be here in 10 years from now.
It's not a conversation about longevity anymore. For him, coming off injuries and to be willing to enter this arena, the most demanding, intense arena mentally and physically, and to do this against the beast of the tour like Gabriel Medina and to combo him. Gabe doesn't get comboed. That's crazy.
At Chopo mostly.
Winning the Corona Cero post show, a perfect 10. Griffin Colapinto feels perfection once again.
This was wizardry. I don't know what he's doing, but he's pulling rabbits out of hats. He's getting really good at doing it. We've seen him do it a number of times now. Joe, you said it was his 4th 10. And what a place to get it. I mean, Chopes absolutely heaving. I mean, I can't fathom the physics of what's going on and just the control he has over his board, or lack of, but then seems to regain control. The position he puts himself on the takeoff. And then from there on, once he got that 10, he just kept going. The momentum was with him, and he was never going to put a foot wrong.
Yeah, once you have the 10, just everything clicks in. You know it already. You know it's your day. It's time.
Got to do floaters inside the barrel these days, spin out.
That's the next one.
You wonder, like, how come we haven't had a 10 yet? Oh, that's what they're waiting for. Exactly. Great job to all the surfers out there to put it all on the line today to set up some unbelievable round 3 matchups. On deck, the women's round 1 is on tomorrow, potentially. They'll be there for the call at 7 o'clock, along with men's round 3. For now, we'll leave you with the highlights of an incredible round 2, and we'll see you bright and early for the call. Have a good one. This copyrighted event broadcast is produced by the World Surf League for broadcast around the world and may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the written consent of the World Surf League.